So we realize it takes humility to listen and to be learning and receiving rather than, defending or judging or making assumptions. And teens, I also want to challenge you today. You're going to maybe get a bigger perspective. We're going to get to acknowledge the wisdom, yes, of other moms and dads. Maybe you'll better understand your parents. And we may not always agree, but let's try to work toward understanding, and let's see what may happen from there. All right, back to you, Carl.
So hey everyone, once again, my name is Carl, and this is my partner, Kevin. Together we did a little survey, surveying about 70 teens and parents across the board on several questions that were, I think, quite interesting. The two topics that we discussed primarily in this survey, and the two things that we asked about that we hope you're here to learn from, is their opinions on substances, such as alcohol, certain types of drugs, as well as their opinions on what success is in life. And what we also did is some people here, the team, actually got a camcorder. We went out and around the city, we recorded some interviews, some live interviews on the street with some teenagers that we encountered, asking them their opinions on these substances. And then we took all this footage, we kind of cut it up into a little video that you're about to see, having very honest answers from teens about these things. Why do you feel these kids find the necessity to drink or to do substances?
Oh, a lot more people drink than do drugs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you were to give a rough estimate, how many people do you think at your school drink?
Like a percentage.
Have tried it?
Have tried it? Or, yeah, sure, let's start with have tried it.
Almost everyone. Yeah.
Would you say almost everyone?
Yes.
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 Seriously?
Yeah,
I don't know if that was an example.
Yeah.
In terms of that, would you say that parents know, that it is a large issue in high schools? Perhaps not your high school, but in high school.
Well, my parents are totally out of it.
They have no idea that people do it. Or it's a big issue.
It comes around the newspapers a couple times, but they don't think of it as a big issue because it's so.
But you feel
secret.
But you feel it is an
issue.
So do you feel like there's a communication gap between what your parents believe and what you or your friends maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of parents are just completely oblivious, and
why do you think that is?
Oh, that's because they just think that their kids are going through a stage in high school, and they're actually pretty shocked when they find out that their kids are doing drugs.
Oh,
I know in my class there was a kid who was really quiet and withdrawn, and I thought he was just normal.
A nice kid.
Turns out he's
a partier.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Everyone does it.
Everyone does it. Okay. That's fun. And another question that I have is in terms of success. How would you personally define long-term success for your life? And how do you think your parents or your friends' parents frame success?
Well, I think success is more at the end of your life when you look back, how you felt you lived and stuff like that. But being parents and stuff, they usually think of college before anything.
Yeah.
So in high school view, I think that parents mostly see as going into a good college is success. But I would like to view it as at the end of the year. Yeah.
I think parents, they earn money because they want their children to have things, not be in want of things, but in the end it kind of backfires because oftentimes children, they don't want what their parents are trying to offer them. It's they just want their parents, but the parents themselves can't seem to grasp that.
So if you were paying attention in that survey, you would have noticed some pretty surprising things on the 4 questions that we touched on. And I will be covering the first 2 things that were talked about. That is, how do you feel about substances? What's your opinion on them? And the second question is, do you have friends that, or do you know groups of people that tend to drink alcohol, tend to do drugs at your schools, just to see how prevalent it is. And Kevin will be tackling the next 2 questions. He'll take it from there and talk about success. So to start off with, we're going to talk a little bit about the parent responses that we got in our survey. So when we handed out these surveys to all the people that we knew, we had 12 parent responses on the questions that we asked. The first question that we asked was, how do they feel about their teenagers drinking alcohol or doing drugs in high school? And the next set of questions were regarding success. So here's what kind of the breakdown of how people responded. If you can't read that, Basically, that pie chart shows that 11 out of the 12 parents, roughly 92% of them, think that it is completely unacceptable for their teens, no matter what, under any sort of circumstances, to ever drink alcohol, to ever smoke cigarettes, to ever smoke marijuana, to ever do any sort of substances whatsoever. Only 1 out of the 12 parents said that certain things were conditionally acceptable. What that means is that this one parent said, under certain circumstances, it was okay, and that circumstance tended to be the usage of medical marijuana. If somebody smoked marijuana for medicinal purposes, that was fine. But it seems that the vast majority of parents, their opinion is no way, no can do. However, when we asked 53 different teenagers how they felt about alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, and if they had friends who actually did these substances, the results are quite surprising. In a national survey, just like not in our community, but all across the nation, a 2010 national survey actually found that 39% of teenagers have drank alcohol in the past month. Almost 40% of teens within America have actually drank some sort of alcohol 1 month prior. And the reasons for this that were cited in the survey were basically that a lot of adults drink alcohol. Alcohol is really available. It's not something that's illegal. It's not banned. There's not a lot of rules and regulations set on it, as well as the fact that it's so also widely accepted. It's not viewed as taboo. It's not like if you drink alcohol, you're a terrible student and you're a terrible person and you become homeless in the future. But rather, alcohol is just more of a casual thing that people do maybe during a party, after a dance, something just to loosen up. And in our survey, we found that nearly 30% of teens actually said that substances were okay sometimes. So remember, almost 100% of parents said that it was no way Jose for their kid to ever try anything. But in our survey, we found like almost 30% of teens said, you know what, on certain occasions, under certain guidelines, certain rules, if you controlled your use of the substance, perhaps drinking a little bit of beer was okay, perhaps trying, maybe smoking just once or twice was fine. What does this mean? This means that there's actually, one thing before that, we also asked the teenagers, do you know any people? Do you have any friends that tried these substances? And 35% of teens answered yes, they had friends that actually, drank alcohol or smoked. And, if you'll notice that this 35% kind of matches up with what our national survey found, which is almost 40% of people trying alcohol. And over here we see, close to 40% of people actually knowing others, who try alcohol as well, try alcohol or other substances. What this means is that there's actually a huge discrepancy. There's a big gap, a big difference between what parents think is okay and what a teen might think is okay. That is, only 8% of parents, 1 out of 12, said certain substances were okay sometimes. But nearly 30% of teens said that when we asked them the survey. It seems that there's just a big cultural difference. There's a big shift in viewpoints when you're coming from one generation to another. And parents, I know this may, maybe worry you a little bit. I mean, if you remember in the video when we interviewed those 2 girls, I asked them the question, so how many people at your school drink alcohol? And their answer was like, they laughed a little bit and they kind of looked at me and said, well, almost everyone does it. And I think that, might have been a little bit of an exaggeration. I don't want to scare you parents or anything, but I think that as someone else later said in that video, parents tend to be, really oblivious to this fact. When they read about it in the newspapers, it's usually about like one person who might have got into an accident because they drank alcohol. So a lot of parents see just, it's 1 or 2 incidents. It's kind of these extreme scenarios that rarely happen. But the truth is that it does happen under the cover. It happens, it happens, and not a lot of people see it, especially parents who, do not directly participate necessarily in school activities, who aren't on campus all the time to hear the rumors and the gossip and to actually see it for themselves. And, also the fact that a lot of teens find this acceptable, which is, I think as a parent, you might view this as a problem. So how might you bridge that gap? Well, we feel that there's a large gap in understanding between how teens feel about this issue and how parents feel about this issue. I think that in a lot of communities and a lot of families, it's very difficult to have an honest discussion, have a really open dialogue about whether it's ever okay to drink alcohol, whether it's ever okay to do drugs, and have a really honest discussion and to set the parameters and rules for this. Rather, I think a lot of parents, my parents sometimes, skirt around the issue. They don't like talking about it because it's kind of taboo. It's kind of uncomfortable to talk about with your teens. But I feel that this is a problem because if you as parents don't tell your teens and set the rules and draw the line as to what is and what is not acceptable, then teens may have a completely different opinion, as we saw in that survey, and as we saw in that interview, where almost everybody said